All right, guys, here we go. We got the two-wheel drive, tow pig, daily, whatever you want to call it. Got some work to do. This guy. We just got our TurboTimeUsa Type S 6x6 charger in. The truck currently has 155 stock injectors. To kind of a little oversized charger for like a full tow setup. We are more than likely going to be putting some 175 stocks in this guy, or 175 75s. We got a dyno event coming up, or actually two, one at the end of April and one at the end of, I believe, May. So I'm not sure if we're going to have the compound truck, so the 05 back up and going again. Before then, we do have our billet trans showing up from Eric McMichael. That should hopefully be here by the end of this next coming week. So stay tuned. I'm going to get this guy ripped off of here. And to do that, we're going to just rip this charge pipe off. Obviously, air cleaner. I take the alternator off. Obviously, both battery grounds, our up pipes and our down pipe. And then we'll slap that guy out of there. And then we'll get new O-rings on the turbo drain and a new gasket and an O-ring on the turbo feed. And then I will show you guys the new turbo before we get it set in there. All right, guys, got the old charger out. So this is an 03. So it is a 59 millimeter by 66. And our Type S is a 64 millimeter 6x6. Kind of like the factory 7x7 design. Obviously billet with a 66 millimeter turbine. This is on a this is a charger that I sent out and had them build for the channel. That's why there's no turbo time marking or anything like that. That's why you'll see that there's a few differences between this charger and one you guys would buy from them. Obviously, it's got their tag, and again, this is the 66 millimeter 10 blade, so it'll have all the whistles, but it's on an 03 core, same thing as you would get from them. Just for the videos we're going to be doing, the comparisons, the data we're going to get off this charger, I'm getting this one and probably two others. So for me, financially, they gave us a good deal on getting these chargers built off the ones we already had, as opposed to buying three brand new chargers from them. This charger did come on this truck originally. It was a reman Garrett. It maybe had like 10,000 miles on it, so it was a really good candidate. But let's come up in here. Again, we just pulled the charge pipe, left the alternator, stuff like that. I just figured I'd do that to show you guys it can be done. It is easier when you have the alternator that has the power stud on the bottom. I should say on like the, what would you call that? The 3 o'clock location versus up top here, like a lot of your 05s and stuff are. So got a 3.5-inch down pipe. Yep, still California compliant with the EGR cooler. I know a lot of you guys told me I should get rid of it. We'll be pulling our turbo drain and putting new O-rings on that. One thing I wish I would have done to this truck is put the 05 intake manifold on this, but I unfortunately had this truck together already when I did the O-Dog on the other truck. So we will get this dropped in here. I will have some sound clips of the 03 charger with this truck. I'm not going to change the tune. We're going to stay on our Bless Extreme. There's no revisions for this charger or anything like that. Again, we have a 3.5-inch downpipe to a 4-inch exhaust with no muffler. All it's going to be is straight turbo comparison. I have a little bit of a boost leak to fix right there on the elbow, on the O-ring, from all the oil that thing's blowing out. Last track day we were only making like 26 pounds of boost on this guy, and it was falling due to that boost leak, so we're gonna get that taken care of. I had to use one of the intercooler to pipe boots when I was on the side of the road towing, because I blew this guy apart. This truck will be getting the 05s old boot setup, and we're going to be doing something different with intercooler. I should say intercooler, the compound kit on that truck. One of my buddies is looking at buying it from us, so that way we're going to completely redo it. We're going to change a few things. We're going to leave the charger mounted where it is and all that. We're just going to go about how we did the intercooler piping just a smidge different, make it more reliable for handling all the boost from the 330 150s that we're going to be running. So yeah, I'll get this guy dropped in. Next clip will probably be running. It doesn't take very long to hot swap these guys. I literally drove this from work and let it sit, ran and got the dogs some food. They were out, and literally throwing this in. Obviously I drove a different vehicle, but next clip will be this thing running and all that. One thing I do, you can either take a little bit of oil and put it in there. If you buy a charger from TurboTime, they will give you the little vial. What I do instead, and I get my charger put back on here, we'll come over to our starter bypass, we'll shove it to our top of our terminal, and we'll get it primed up, probably 3 20-second cranks, get this sucker lubed up with some oil before we fire it off. But again, rambling. So next clip will be this guy probably running, or probably installed, then it running, and then it'll be sound clip of this guy and then sound clip of this guy driving. Same tune, same everything, 155 stocks, and let's get it. All right guys, here we are back again. Got the charger all installed. TurboTimeUsa Type S, so it's a 64 millimeter. We said earlier. Obviously we already had our updated oil feed. If not, now is kind of the time you might want to get in there and do that. You do have to transfer over your heat shield off your turbocharger. So we did disconnect our starter bypass over here, put it over here to the positive cable. Yeah, I know the batteries are disgusting. Anywho, spin it over about 20 Mississippi 3 or 4 times, just to kind of get that guy primed up with oil, so we didn't have to touch any of our coolant lines. So let's get over here and get this sucker cranked up for you guys. Reach up in here. Now you're going to want to check, make sure you got no oil leaks coming from the oil feed down there on your O-ring, or if you're on your gasket. Sounds pretty good. This truck is set up for a rumble tune on the extreme. It's got his vanes fully open. Sounds pretty good. We're gonna go get an audio clip of driving this guy here in a second. Remember, full 4-inch to 3.5-inch downpipe with no muffler. Alright guys, I'm going to get the cold air thrown back on here and get the tools all picked up, and we'll pick this back up with a sound clip of this truck driving from the driver's seat with the window down on the old 03 factory Charger, and then the next clip will be us driving around for the first time on the TurboTimeUsa Type S 6x6 with the 66 millimeter 10 blade 03 turbine housing setup. Was a max of 11 pounds of boost, guys. Not too bad, y'all, for some little 155s. That was a peak of 34 psi. Again, this is our Plus Performance Extreme file. So pretty much all the fuel you can get out of these little 155 stock nozzle injectors. I can't say pretty great for an all-around little daily driver truck. So no complaints there. I can't wait to see what this thing does when it's got some more fuel to it. I'm thinking with the performance it has with just the 155 stocks, we're going to probably give either a 175 a try, but with the dyno and the truck events kind of coming soon, we may actually try a 175/75. And we got no gauges on this truck, so we'll try to get our EGT gauge that we have installed, which should be a single gauge, just to kind of keep an eye on it to see what it's kind of doing. So stay tuned. I'm going to wrap up this video on this note. So if you guys could like, comment, subscribe. If you guys got any questions, definitely don't be afraid to go down in the comments. And guys, see you on the next one.